Okay, hello and assalamualaikum everyone. So this video will explain to you the introduction to the system development and system analysis that we refer to chapter 32 of your textbook 15 edition Romney. Okay, so this is the first video of 6-part series. So this video will look at on the introduction part of this chapter 22. So in this chapter 22, we will cover 5 learning objectives. Okay, the first one is to explain the 5 phases of the system development life cycle and discuss the people who are involved in this system development and the roles that they play. Okay, and then also we're going to see the roles of accountant in this SDLC. So SDLC here we refer as the system development life cycle. Okay, then the second learning objective is to explain the importance of the system development planning, describe the types of plans and planning techniques used. The third one, to discuss the various types of feasibility analysis and calculate the economic feasibility. Okay, then the fourth learning objective is to explain why system changes triggered behavioral reactions, what form does this resistance to change take, and how to avoid and minimize the resulting problems. Okay, and then the last learning objective is to discuss the key issues, the objectives and steps in the system analysis. Okay, so for this the introduction part, okay, we're going to see what are the trigger of the companies to change to the new system. Okay, so they have many reasons, okay, that could trigger the companies to change from the current system to the new system. Okay, so the first reason is because the changes in the users and the business needs. Okay, so this is maybe because of the increase on the competition, the growth of the business, the changes of the regulation. Maybe they have a new regulation from the government, so they need to respond to these changes. Okay, and then the second reason is because of the technological changes. As the technology advance and becomes the system become less costly. Okay, and then also the companies also need to adopt the new technology. Okay, so that's why they have to change to the current system to the new system. Okay, and then the third reason, because also want the company to improve their business, because normally the company change the system to improve the efficient business processes. Okay, for example, maybe the current system, when they want to take order of they took telephone order took up about 2 days. Okay, when they have the new system, they only requires 3 minutes. Okay, to finish on the telephone order. Okay, so that's the example. Okay, and then the next reason is because of the competitive advantage. Okay, because the companies, when they invest heavily in the technology, they can increase the quality, quantity, and also they can speed up the information. Okay, speed up the information to improve their service, to improve their product. Okay, and then they want to gain the productivity. Okay, because some of the information system, they also can automate the clerical tasks. They can decrease the task performance time. Okay, they can provide the employee with the specialized knowledge. So that's why they can gain the productivity by having a new system. Okay, and then also because of the system integration. Okay, when they want to have a new system, they want to integrate the system with the other system in the company. Okay, then can remove the incompatibilities, and also they can consolidate the database. Okay, and then the last reason, because of the system age. Okay, then the system need to be replaced. Okay, so system age and need to be updated. Okay, and also they can the system age also can become less stable and eventually need to be replaced. Okay, so those basically the reasons why the companies wants to change the accounting information system. Okay, so the companies, when they want to involve in the system development project, okay, they need to have a proper procedure, proper process in developing the quality and also error-free software or system. Okay, but basically to have the quality and error-free software is quite difficult, expensive and also time-consuming task. Okay, so kalau you refer your textbook, they said that they done the study whereby the study outcome is the 70% of the software development project were late, okay, 54% were over budget and 66% were unsuccessfully, okay, and some of them 30% were cancelled. Okay, so that's why we discussed these 3 chapters related to system development life cycle, because we want to know the proper way, the procedure, the process that need to go through when they want to develop a new system. Okay, and then if you refer the integrative case, so actually you also can refer the integrative case in the first part of the chapter. Okay, so I show you the case. Okay, so this is the case. So in this case, they did mention the Anne Christie. Okay, she is the new controller of the ShopperSmart. Okay, and then the ShopperSmart is rapidly growing. Okay, in the discount stores. Okay, and then Anne they had found that the current system, okay, they cannot obtain information other than what is contained in the pre-formatted reports. Okay, if they want to request information from the several functional areas, the system bogs down. So this is where the Anne Christie, okay, they look at they want to find the solution. Okay, and then they she thinks that the company needs a new information system that are more efficient, okay, and responsive. Okay, and then also the 2 and the 3rd one, also those are the reason that why Anne's convince the management of the ShopperSmart to change to the new system. Okay, the second reason actually because of the information, the timely information. Okay, when they want to have need an information, okay, the information are not available. Okay, and also because of the competitive advantage whereby the management, they are concerned about the losing market share to the rival because of with the better price and selection. So the current system cannot provide the information management. Okay, so this is where the companies, okay, kalau kita tengok contoh ni ShopperSmart, so those are the reason the changes that needs to be done to the current system, because they need a new system that is more flexible, efficient and responsive to the user's needs. Okay, and then she said that the new system will not be successful without the management's support. Okay, so we're going to see more detail about the ShopperSmart after this when we go to the second and third video. Alright, so this the first video, okay, to explain the introduction part. So I will explain to you the learning objective number 1 in the next video. So we will talk about the second learning objective to the first learning objective to explain the 5 phases of the SDLC and discuss the people who are involved in the development process. Okay, so I'll see you on the next video in the learning objective number 1.